To be honest, he has the heart for Benue, and he's ready to work. And I've said this in so many fora. Number one, as we are in the council, we don't have a car, we don't have a house. This is the preaching in the beginning, the gospel he read to us, that we all make sacrifices for the development of the state. I think it's attempting in so many areas we can see them physically. In the whole of Zone C, he said the first place he wants to do anything remarkable is Nigede Nation. So we are driving, no matter Aligede Eke, Ohonyi Bebe, Onyekari, Ohonyi Bebe Ka, Onyekari, no matter what happens, there will be a road to Igede Nation. Yes. In the next 1 month, whatever happens, the people will be on site. We will have a road to Igede Nation. Amen. This is all I can say for now. Yeah. So it is only, is it nice? What's the word? Yeah. Only good that I say to you guys as the representative of the entire nation that I urge all of you, first of all, you are happy I'm back here today to celebrate Governor Hyacinthe. Number two, for out of everything Benue South, to choose Igede Nation first, for whatever projects he wants to do. So I urge all of you to please, for my sake, support this administration. In the name of God. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord, for all of us to join hands to make sure that this administration moves very smoothly. First of all, okay, they emphasize that nobody called another person to come here today. I was sitting very peacefully in the morning. As a matter of fact, Ibechi last week and Akiri were here. Was it on Saturday? Yes. On a week tomorrow. A week tomorrow. On Saturday, funnily, this is how we gathered on Saturday. It was out of nothing. It was out of the fact that we haven't seen ourselves for a very long period of time, and everybody wanted to say hello to the leader. And the house was filled up this week. And he said that my birthday was going to be next week, and that they were going to whitewash the social media. And I said no, that I want this birthday as quiet as possible for two reasons. First, I told them I want to be off media for now. Secondly, as you're growing older, people ask you, how old are you? I said I'm scared of calling the number of my age now. So let's hide whatever it is that we're going to do. And so that was the agreement. So I was sitting very quietly this morning, and then I received calls from far and wide. The first call I received very early hours of the morning was from Australia. Engineer Edwin Iku, Professor Agbenya. Those are the great Igede sons in Australia. Called me very early in the morning to wish me happy birthday. After that, I received a call from our leader, Professor Dojo. So I said this thing that I was trying to hide. I don't know how it was going to work out for me. But I said, okay, doesn't matter, whatever it is. But first in the morning, I saw a few persons came to the house. This is how it has happened. People started coming one after the other. And we got to the point that we are. But you see, there's something, when I was young, to be honest, when you speak to Igbo people so passionately and they cry, we used to think that they were foolish. You will not understand the amount of emotion when you are celebrated and people actually touch your heart. I do not regret anything in Igede Nation. Whichever sacrifice people think I must have done, I still appreciate you guys a lot. And there are 3 occasions that have told me that I am either loved or liked by Igede people. When my dad died, I never thought of anything. As a matter of fact, leader was the first person that broadcast it, and I called him and I said, remove that from the platform immediately. And I am somehow media shy, to be honest. I said, take it off immediately. I thought we were going to bury the old man in a traditional way, as quiet as possible, at least allow it to slide. But what happened? The entire nation was there. And it was one of the memorable moments of my life. It was we people that made it possible. When that passed, I was nominated as commissioner and eventually screened as sworn in. The day I got sworn in, the entire nation, from far and wide, came to celebrate me. I never believed. I think for those who have gone around other receptions can testify that we had one of the greatest of all. And I was moved to tears. Now we're sitting here today. The amount of eulogies I've received. You know, when people talk from their heart, you would understand. When people want to pay lip service to you, you would know. But when people speak from the depth of their hearts, you can feel it. And so I've just realized that people can actually touch your heart in such a way that tears can come out of your eyes. But you know, Buhari said something that I kept saying all the time, and I remember people for it. Buhari said that loyalty is reciprocal. And so if people are all submitting themselves to you, it is a big burden. It's for you also to reciprocate that loyalty by being loyal to them. And it's that attempt to be loyal to you that has caused my humility, that has caused my submission. So I want to tell you that the way you love me, I even love you guys more. Thank you. And it is now an attempt to demonstrate that some people think I'm being foolish. Others think I'm probably weak. Others think they have a way of getting to me to get whatever they want from me. I swear to God, last night, let me say something, and this is a true confession. There was this clip from Bessie Dahosa. You know, going through the Facebook, I came across it. And Bessie Dahosa said, make a wish of whatever you want now, God will grant it. Guess my wish. Father, whatever is worth, please give me the capacity to protect the Igede nation. And you guys have all said everything. It is not about being in a position. It is not about holding positions. It's about being who I am. You know, I think it was either Achiri or Ibechi or Anderson, or was it you? Somebody wrote about me and said that it is where you feel on Ebunike or from that you know who he is. It's difficult. Some think that this which I'm doing, I probably want to contest election. I say, what election am I going to contest now? Others think that there's something special I'm looking for. There's nothing. Let me say it now to the public. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just being me. My dad said to me, the only reason why he brought me back to St. Joseph to come and film, I've shared this with so many people. It is because he has realized from the beginning that as a child, if they give me food to eat, I'll call people to come and join me. If I have a yam in my hand, I will start sharing to people. He knew what I was born to represent. And so I am just being me. I am not trying to do this moment is the best. I've kept saying this moment is the best moment of my life. Anybody who wants to be anything in Igede nation that is doing the right thing and representing the interests of the people and he has direction for us, I will support such person. I don't have any ambition. That doesn't mean I'm not a politician. Whatever God gives me, I will take. But to say I'm going to contest any election now in Igede nation, I am not contesting any election. And I don't say I don't have iota of interest for anything right now. So my prayer for all of you and for all of us, and somebody says something something I think I picked from you, and I respect that which you have said a lot, and I think every other person has echoed it. And who say that it is not roads, neither roads nor electricity nor water nor this that we're looking for. What we are looking for in Igede nation is actually direction. And who will provide that direction for us? If I find such person, I will submit to such person. But if you come with brutality, with coercion, and with disrespect for the Igede nation, you will not be my friend. But if you decide I have a straight road we are going, I have a direction, and there's a reason, and there's a purpose, and we have a place to go, I'll be the first person to submit myself. We need to, as a people, to have a direction, to have and the only way, I've said to so many people here, that we have a problem as a nation. We are small. I drove this idea back to Obi. I said we have only 3 disadvantaged local governments: Obi, Taka, and Ohimini. And I say out of these 3, 2 by the grace of God, God has given them something to erase their disadvantage. And what I mentioned is that if you talk about Taka because they are small, it's a small distance and their population is small and they are small in size and everything, but they have an advantage in the person of Senator Dr. George Akume. He can make up for their inefficiencies. If you call Ohimini, their deficiency in number and the size and whatever it is, but they can make up in the person of General Onoja. If Onoja goes to bed for anything for them, they will give to Onoja. If you speak about Obi, you are disadvantaged, you have no number, you have no political direction, you don't have even unity, and there's nobody to speak for you. Now, if you talk about the tribes in Benue, the Tiv nation has a population. They have a direction. They know what they want. A Tiv nation can produce governor without referring to us in Doba and Igede. So they have an advantage. If you live here and you go to Benue South, the Idomas have the advantage to keep holding on to the senatorial position for as long as they want, because they have advantage of numbers, and it's a game of numbers. So if you come to Igede and you are dragging governor and senatorial position, you don't have the advantage. The only thing that can give you the advantage is that if the Igede nation is united. And this is what we used to have before now, that is lost. And that is the reason we could challenge anything that used to happen before now. And I have said before now that in competition, in the reality of competition before now, we were beating the Idoma nation. How were we doing it? We had the number, we had the unity. So you had Igede nation to bank and keep. This is why Ogaidi could go to House of Rep. This is why we could produce fine men like Ibai Odobaike to represent us in the parliament. And these were the men that were ruling Otupo then. Sure. Today, where is that? What has happened to us? Because there's no unity. And I was one that brought this crap theory to announce before us. You're getting up, another person is trying to bring you back into the bucket. You're trying to struggle to go out to find out what is happening so that you can come back and report back to the house so we can have a direction. Another person will bring you back. There's no way we can grow that way. And no matter what happens, we must have a unity of purpose. We must have a direction. And except and unless we go back to that. Every time we liken ourselves to Israelites. But we don't have the unity of the Jews. The Jews in America is the same thing with the Jew in Australia. The Jew in Australia has a connection with the Jews in Belgium. The one in Belgium has a relationship with the one in France. So once you are small and you don't have the number, your strength is always the unity. If you don't have the number and you don't have the unity, you can as well be terminated from the surface of earth, because as far as this game is concerned, it's a game of number. And so my appeal to us, to all of us, irrespective of where you're from, and this is what I open up my heart to, is it doesn't matter how, when, where, as long as we are Meke, please protect each other. By the grace of God, the unity we are seeking to achieve will come. Like you said, it is leadership that is the problem. May God give us that leadership and provide it for us. So, once more, I celebrate all of you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. This is what I represent. This is what I stand for. This is what I pray for God to give to me all the time. As long as God give me this breath to live, I have provision and direction, I will submit myself to you people's leadership. Thank you all for being here. I'm actually motivated. Thank you, and thank you.
I'm here in the residence of Right Honorable Nick Eworo, the incumbent commissioner for Science, Technology and Innovation in the Benue State Government. We're here to celebrate with him on this auspicious day of his birthday. And by the grace of God, you can see the quality and quantity of people that have come to celebrate with him today. It is as a result of the person who Right Honorable Nick Eworo is. He's a man of the people. He's a man with capacity. He's a man with passion for his people. He's a man with a large heart. And I can tell you that from the very first time that we met, we've been relating very closely, putting heads together to see that the Igede nation is placed in the world map. And Right Honorable Nick Eworo, because of the kind of person he is, has attracted a whole lot of people to himself. And the aspect of his life that thrills me most is that he's a very simple and humble human being. You can see if it were some people, they will take this birthday to Hilton in Abuja, or they will go and take over the whole of Benue hotels, or Benue Metropolitan Hotel, for instance. But Right Honorable Nick Eworo said that no, I want to relate with my people. I want to have, first hand, feel their pulse first hand, so that I can be able to use this opportunity to relate closely with my people. And that is why you can see that we are here in his house and we are celebrating in a very special way and unique way, because the uniqueness of it is that people came from both the interior of Igede land, people from Makodi and all over, quality representation. They are here to celebrate with him today. And I can assure you that the celebration is worth it. Celebration is worth it.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak on this very important event of marking the birthday ceremony of dear esteemed friend, brother, the Right Honorable Chief Odukela Nick Eworo. Yeah, today, the first day of March, is his birthday, which we are commemorating in his house today. Incidentally, when individually we were coming here, we didn't know it was going to be a crowd like this. But we as well-wishers know we're coming to just say, okay, happy birthday, brother, happy birthday, friend, and all of that. Only to come here and the house has become a beehive of activities. The day is important because it's a commemoration of the rare gift that has become in the life of the Igede person, particularly those of us who he happens to be in our generation, in the sense that without his birth, he would not have been what he is to all of us that we know today, because he has to be before he's able to impact on people positively. I don't know how well you know the man. Chief Nick Eworo is an impactful person. He has lived an impactful life. He has lived a purpose-driven life, which has seemed to attract people to him, like my people will say, Okwehe, or attract. Okwehe is the local seasoning. But because it has a strong pungent smell, wherever you expose it, you see plenty of insects, especially flies, attracted to it. That's the kind of character that Nick has become. So, except you don't know him, you are likely to be his friend one way or the other. And that's how impactful he has been. He's a man of many paths. I don't know, let me just hazard a few. He's a successful businessman, which did business quite successfully before he ventured into politics in 2011. he came for the very first time. One person had the rare privilege of winning election into the Benue State House of Assembly, representing of the state constituency twice. It had never happened before that time, and it hasn't happened since then. You know, so it's because it's just one slot. After that, next person comes in. But because of his rare display and dexterity of understanding and his impact on people, he came, he won 2011 to 2015 and 2015 to 2019. That's how impactful he is. He left that place, he wanted to move further up, of course, because people urged him, seeing how impactful he had been in the legislative chambers. Igede people wanted him to migrate upwards, you know, because like they say, better soup na money they make up. He has demonstrated capability. So we thought it was going to be a good thing for him to represent us at the National Assembly. That's the Federal House of Representatives. It wasn't to be because of the intrigues of politics and things like that. But regardless that he didn't win, he still talked to people. Anytime you are around Nick, you are likely to see people who have come with one challenge or the other that he's meeting. So in the wisdom of, and having seen that track record of being a people person, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, in the person of the Reverend Father Gentleman, that is Dr. Hyacinth Yomemalia, saw it fit to appoint him as a commissioner and posted him to the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology. Of course, you know that it's not a regular kind of ministry, because that is where innovation truly comes. You have to think out of the box to be able to administer the place. And since he took over in that ministry, if you live in Makurdi, you know that changes that we never thought were possible are coming. Thank God it's a fair mix, very good mix, between the personality of the Reverend Gentleman, the Governor of Benue State, and our erudite son and distinguished Chief Nick Eworo. They're doing well, they're pairing very well. So that's how impactful the guy has been over the years.
Well, I want to thank God for the life of Honorable Nick Eworo. You can see the crowd that came around, even though nobody was invited. They individually came to attend the occasion, just simply because they believe in him. He is a very young man who has impacted in the lives of people. And if you listen to when I was addressing the people at the occasion, I told them that God has so helped the guy's life that he is blessed all around. He is intelligent, he is focused, he is smart, and is able to carry people along wherever he goes. I didn't have the opportunity of knowing him much earlier, but during the short period I've been with him, I know him to be a go-getter, somebody that if you give him an assignment, he will do very well. And that is why I'm happy for him. I thank God that within the short period of time that he has spent on earth, he has done so much for himself, for his family, for his local community, for the Igede Nation, and for Benue State.
Thank you very much. It's been a very pleasant day of huge celebration, love sharing, and coming together of friends, supporters, and well-wishers of our Right Honorable Nick Eworo. From the disposition of people, right from the morning when people started coming here, it's very clear that everybody that you are seeing here are passionate about the person of Nick Eworo. And this is traceable to his level of communityness. That is to say that he has been available to the people. He loves Igede Nation. He can do anything good for Igede people, and can pay any price for Igede people. So it's such a great day of celebration to see his own constituents, his own followers, his own supporters, his own friends come together to celebrate him on a day like this. And like you did ask, I asked myself while I was sitting down there, I said, this level of coming together to celebrate, to eat together, to drink together, to share ideas together, that if we as Igede people can take advantage of about 70% of this level of togetherness, Igede would be better for it. But there are so many other factors that have constrained us. So going forward, my advice is that we should, push for sincerity of purpose and sincerity of relationship and unity that can translate to the greater good of Igede people. And as we do this, posterity will continue to smile at us. But when we come together like this, smile together, eat together, and the rest of that, and at the end of the day, we go back again to a circle of division that has crippled every effort towards development and social changes in our land. It's not particularly good enough for us, and we need to have a rethink around the sincerity of our relationship, around the sincerity of our unity, and ultimately around the sincerity of our development. So I'm happy to be here. He's been an age-long friend. We've been friends for over the years, and it has always been for better for worse, and it will continue to be for better for worse. So I'm happy to associate myself with him on a good day like this. I was attending a management meeting, but I had to discontinue to come and be part of this huge celebration. So once again, I say a huge congratulations to him.
Ominyi is celebrated because, one, he's a sincere person. Two, he has sympathy on people. And three, he's a man of his word. One, Ominyi like sincerity and honesty. Then we the people are following him because of his sincerity and his honesty. And I've known him for close 16 years now. And it's because of his sincerity and his honesty. And I like him for one thing. He likes fighting the cause of the Igede nation.
Hello, for he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Congratulations, sir. Hooray! Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! I can toast with you now, sir. Toast. Long life. How old is he now? How old are in the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord.